Hello, my dreamers and believers. It's your girl, Latina Raven, and this show is called On the Way to Famous. On this show, we take you on a journey with the artists from dream to reality and their struggles in between. We bring them back to their humble beginnings so they can tell us all of their struggles leading up to when they made it. So today, my guest is an up and coming band called Wretched Dominion. We have Ed Corpse with us. Say hi, Ed.
Hello.
And we have Armando Berserker.
What's going on out there?
Hi, guys. All right. Thanks for being on my show, by the way.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
So I'm going to bring you back to your adolescent years first. Okay, Ed, we'll start with you. What was little Ed like?
Well, we're talking about adolescent, meaning like what age? Like 13?
Just tell us what little Ed was like. That's all. You can start from when you was little, as far back as you can remember.
Well, I was just pretty much kind of the same as now. It was just like, keeping to myself, doing my thing. And at the time, it was just playing video games. That's it. There's nothing else going on. This was the years before social media and all that stuff. Growing up in the Bronx, you have nobody out there that listens to fucking metal or anything like that. So we only had to rely on whatever was on TV. And MTV at the time was kind of like hit or miss. Most of the time it was a lot of miss because there was a lot of shit that I didn't give a fuck about. A lot of pop, a lot of some rap, hip hop. Being from the Bronx, I never cared about any of that stuff. I still today don't even care about rap or hip hop. I just don't. To me, it's just noise. I don't give a shit about it. But yeah, at the time when I was growing up, maybe 12, 13, 14, 15, around there is when I saw Nirvana's Teen Spirit on TV, and that's like, all right, so that resonated to me because it's just sounded like fucking heavy shit or whatever. And I know even before that, when I was a lot younger, like, like 5, 6, around that age, I would turn on the radio and just whatever was playing on rock or metal at the time. I had no idea who I was listening to at the time because, when you're a kid, you don't fucking really know a lot of those things. But I know that I always gravitated to whatever was like metal or guitars or shit like that. And even though I didn't know what it was, I just knew that I liked what I heard. But it wasn't until, like I said, until about when I saw like Nirvana on TV on a music video for Teen Spirit, that I was like, all right, cool, I'm digging this shit. It sounds pretty fucking good. And that's really what kind of captured it. And then after that was like Aerosmith. And from there on is where I started kind of like shifting from video games to like maybe playing guitar. And originally at that time wanted to be a drummer. And it's weird because at the time when I was like about maybe 13, 14, 15, around there, I originally wanted to just play drums. I didn't want to do anything with lead guitar at all, singing at all, none of that shit. I wanted nothing to do with the front man side of a band or anything like that. But when you grow up in an apartment, you're broke, your family's broke.
Mm.
It's like you can't get a fucking drum set in your house, especially living in the Bronx. You got all these fucking neighbors all over the place.
Yeah.
So it was until my uncle came over one day, and I think he brought over a guitar, or we were just talking about guitar. I don't know. Somehow guitar got in there. He did play guitar, and my family, we got musicians in my family. My mother played 12-string guitar, and I got a few other uncles and all that stuff play guitar too. So I was like, fuck it, let me give it a shot. I didn't like it. I was bored. And then about 2 years later after that, I did it again because you can't get a drum set. So I was like, all right, fuck it. I did it. So that was really it at the time for teen version of me, or adolescent broke version of me getting into this.
Yeah, well, go mom. She rocks. All right. Armando, tell us about your childhood.
All right. For me, I guess my introduction to rock and roll or heavy metal or whatever, was Queen. With Flash Gordon, right? The movie.
Mm-hmm.
They did the soundtrack, and my mother, me and my mother, she would call me into, Queen's on, Flash Gordon's on, so we go out there and they do the theme song, and my mother would be there headbanging, and then that's my introduction to that, and I know that was amazing. But growing up, my first thing was I wanted to play violin, believe it or not, and in my school back then, we had music. That's how old I am. We had music in school. So I played violin for a little while, and I went from violin to the big stand-up bass, and into cello. And I really do, and I have a love of classical music, so I enjoyed it a lot. But after school, I where you gonna get a violin from? I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? Um, but eventually, I wound up getting a Kiss confidential home video, and I put it into the VHS, and I started watching it. And they got this song called "Take It Off," where they had strippers on stage. And as soon as I saw that, I'm like, that's what I want to do. So my mother had an old nylon string classical Gibson acoustic, and I pulled that out and I tried strumming along to the songs, and little by little I started picking out what note it was, and that's pretty much how I started out. Again, like Ed, I never wanted to be a singer. I wanted to be a lead guitar player. I wanted to be Ace Frehley. That's what I want to be.
Ace, yeah. And where you from though? When you were young?
Me,
where you grew up?
right now I live in the Bronx, and I love the Bronx. It's my home, but I'm originally from the Lower East Side of Manhattan.
Nice. So y'all two got something in common. Both of your moms rock. That's awesome. Just the fact that you got that going on. Because most parents are like against it and they're like, yeah, no rock and roll in this house. But you guys, your moms rock. So shout out to your moms. So now
my mama did dance and my papa did rock and roll.
That's awesome. Yes. Okay. So then now tell me about some of the bands that you guys were in before joining Wretched Dominion. Ed, let's start with you.
Well, for me, I haven't really been in that many bands per se. However, just the ones that I basically started on my own and all that stuff. I actually this week is ironic that you asked that question. I was just thinking to myself, I'm not really the person that joins bands. I'm really the one that starts the bands. Wretched Dominion being one of the ones that Armando came up to me and he says, "Hey, what do you think of this as a band named Wretched Dominion?" And I was like, "I like it. Sounds good. Let's do it." I don't even think Armando was like, let's start a band called this. I just said, all right, I like it. Let's do it. So I was like, all right, Armando, you tell me. I mean, was that kind of like what it was when I said that to you?
Not really. That's not how I remember it.
All right, so maybe you might remember. But anyway, let's go back to the question. I kind of deviated a bit from this. So anyway, my first band is just currently my active band, and my main band is Brain Dead. That one started back in '98 when I was in high school with my old bassist Carlos, who, wow, full circle. He's the one that did the cover art for our current EP. But yeah, so we started back in '98, and we originally started as a punk thrash crossover band. And again, back then, anybody try to really imagine this is the fact that back then there was no social media, none of that shit going on in '98. I mean, there was the very beginning of it, so not all of us have it or had it back then. Those are those days where we had to go to the fucking library to just get some bit of internet, just to look up bands you already know from TV or all that shit. So, hearing about death metal at that age when you're broke and you got nothing, it's a little rare. Unless you're in an area that's just more about that kind of lifestyle. It's not for us. So that's why our original sound was more of a thrash punk crossover for Brain Dead at the time. And then after that, later early 2000s, that's when we're introduced to more social media stuff going on and other bands from other areas, learning more, different things that we can put in our mixes and everything. And at that point is when we started shifting our sounds from more of a punk thrash and switching over to more of a thrash metal, death metal sound with Brain Dead. And then at that point, Carlos left the band because he wanted to pursue wrestling and a couple of other things he was looking into and his own little project. After that came Tortured Existence with Jay. I remember he was a dude that just came to see Brandon live at a small show that we put together, the studio in Manhattan somewhere. And he walked in and we had never met before previously or anything. Like, he just randomly showed up and we just started chatting and everything. We found out that we're both in the Bronx. We're kind of basically walking distance from each other. And he was another one who was kind of like, same story as us. He grew up in this fucking area where like fucking there's nothing to metal at all. There's fucking, not really much social media stuff going on or anything like that. And so he kind of gravitated towards what I was doing with Brandon and all that stuff, and we just kind of gelled together. And then he said he wanted to start a band called Tribulation. And I'm looking at the band and I'm like, all right, well, go for it, get it started. So he says he doesn't know what to do because he can't find other bandmates or whatever. And he plays guitar. So I says, all right, well, fuck it. You know what? I wanted to be a drummer one day. At this point, if you're gonna do thrash, it's just basic thrash beats. And I can fucking take care of that. So I says, why don't we just write a demo? You write all the songs or whatever. I'll do the drums. I'll record it for you, and release it. And then you can use that to find other bandmates. So we started doing that. This was while it was Tribulation. We recorded the entire demo. And one day he calls me up and says, "Hey man, I'm changing the band name." I was like, "All right." And he says, "I'm calling it Tortured Existence." I'm like, "All right, now this works. This sounds way fucking better than that previous shit you had."
Yeah.
So after that, I kind of got stuck on drums for this band. And I was like, you know what, fuck it. And I'm kind of having fun with it anyway. So we started just, continuously jamming and stuff like that. It was an attempt to get other bandmates in there and a drummer to replace me on drums so I could just, move away from drums and concentrate specifically on guitar with Brandon and everything else going on. But that just didn't work out. So I just got stuck on drums. Um, and that was started in 2007 or so. And then so from that point all the way through 2013, it was just Tortured and Brandon. And sometimes we've shared like live shows that I have to do double duty. So go on stage, play with Tortured first, and then right after that, get on the mic and do Brandon. And anybody that's seen both of those bands put together, man, I gotta give it 110% every time I fucking perform, no matter what. So I'm fucking exhausted as fucking hell by the time Brandon goes up on stage. And at that point, I gotta move around like crazy, be a fucking, be a vocalist and frontman, all that shit. And you know what I mean? It's fucking exhausting and shit. But hey, man, it's fucking worth it to me, in my opinion. Afterwards, when you look back on it, man, I was fucking glad I did that. And then about 2014, uh, at that point, well, actually in 2012, that's when Armando came up to me with the whole Wretched Dominion idea. Um, and I remember saying to him, I also want to concentrate on just playing guitar so I can kind of go on a little bit of cruise control and kind of just like focus on my guitar skills as opposed to just sharing, what I got to do with vocals or sharing what I got to do on drums. So Armando and I got together and we started like kind of writing, I guess what you would say the entire uh current catalog of Wretched Dominion, which is basically an album's worth of music in 1 month. And I was surprised at how quick we got that shit all done. We recorded a demo using programmed drums, and it was the same idea as Torture. Like, let's use this to try to see if we can find other musicians, and then you got your own lineup, and then that's it. Go from there. And I don't even remember if my idea at the time was to do this temporarily and then just, hand it off to someone else to take over where I'm at. I can't remember all for shit. But either way, 2012 happened. 2013, we had I think that's when we had the show, well, the Nevermore show uh, that you put on at the point, and yeah, we had to get Dave from Brandon to come in and do bass, which he actually recorded the bass on the original demos that we did back in 2012,
Right.
and we couldn't find a drummer. So, and at the time, what I wrote on drums was a bit too difficult for me to actually pull off at that short notice, and have another guitarist come in to learn that stuff, that wasn't gonna happen either. So we opted out to using the drum tracks from the demo live while we just played, real guitar and bass, and Armando did the vocals. And I think this is like a like probably like 2 or 3 videos floating out there
Mm-hmm.
from that show still somewhere. And I know Armando's ashamed of it, but I love that. I love that fucking show, man. I thought it was a great fucking night. And
I mean,
you
you
know,
had to improvise.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
I had fun as much as Armando hated it. That even made it better for me, to be honest.
Improvise isn't the word for what we did on that night, man.
Yeah. So, but if anybody finds it, man, please share it with Armando. He would love to, bring on
Yeah,
that.
yeah, no. If you
Please,
find it,
man,
delete
it would make me
it.
so much happier if you say, "Hey, Armando, look what I found," and
Let that be
watch
lost to
me die a
history.
little inside, and that'll be the best thing of my life for that moment. Trust me. If you
So
can,
then I have to find that video because I might have
oh
it.
man,
I gotta get the government's top guys to put it next to in the Ark of the Covenant in Indiana Jones.
Stop it. So
uh,
then now yeah.
right. So then
And this video,
after that, oh,
Oh God, no, stop.
after that came, Armando had to leave the state. I believe he went to Florida because he had to take care of some family matters over there. And at that point, it was back to brain dead and sort of tortured existence at the time. And I was like, you know what? I still want to do something than just playing guitar. So I contacted my old drummer from Brain Dead a long time ago, and I said, "Hey man, I got an idea. Let's do another band, and let's call it The Botched Beauty because that's the song that he co-wrote with me." And at the time when we were playing that with Brain Dead, it was like, I guess you could say it's one of our singles at the time that people knew. Everybody knew that song, and I felt right to do it with this guy because he was the guy who basically wrote it with me
told
and
him, man,
Maz. So I told Maz, I was like, look, I don't want to do like I don't want to do another death metal band. I don't want to do anything like that. I just want to do something different, something a little more along the lines of like I guess would be more today's commercial kind of metal, alternative metal. Um, and I had seen, I had just gotten into Motionless in White, which is like more modern alternative metal band. For me, kind of reminds me at the time. It reminded me of like what Manson would have sounded like if he kept his shit together, and
Yeah.
not a living fucking joke. But um, so yeah, Maz was interested in the idea, and about going back into this now. So we started doing it, and I was having fun. I had a good was able to write a lot of different things. I just didn't sound exactly like Brain Dead. Um, and I mean, you can still feel that there was some Brain Dead in there because obviously I was one of the main, writers. But I kind of try to like get away from that, and it created its own dark sound or something like that. But we weren't able to find a complete lineup, and then re-sparked up with Brain Dead in 2018 or 17. I believe it's 18 actually that everything restarted. So the last Brain Dead show was probably 2014, I think at the time. And then there was a break from 15, 16, 17. And then we got back together in 18. And from there on, we kind of just been going forward. And I believe it's after or at the end of 2018, and Torch Existence was also going at the time too. At the end of 2018 is when we played a show with who did we play with? It was Warbringer that was headlining it.
yeah,
And, there was another band, but fuck those guys. And so after that, Armando says he wants to restart Wretched Dominion after seeing that band Ferret that we played with.
it
That's
wasn't.
not who I'm referring to. The same fuck those guys.
It's not. It wasn't Ferret. All right.
Yeah, it wasn't them. They're cool.
Ed doesn't want to say the name of the band, but
Yeah, 'cause fuck those guys. I mean, I'll say it anyway if you ask me anyway. But
It's okay. We don't have to do that.
no, I'm talking about anybody later on who sees this. They want to say, "Hey, who's that band you want to say?" I'll gladly tell you. I'll say, "Fuck those guys too." But anyway,
there's a reason for it. Trust me, there is
right?
a reason for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a reason for it. I don't like the way that fucking. Let's just put it this way: when we play with Tortured Existence, Jay looked up to these guys in a certain way, and I didn't appreciate how the front man kind of dissed Jay in a certain way. You don't fucking do that shit, you know. And when we're trying to set up on stage, they're fucking not letting us get up on stage and do our shit. I was close to basically, pulling my age rank on those fuckers and saying, "Get the fuck off the stage. Let us do our shit." And just looking at the fact that this is something for Jay, I didn't want to like make it bad for him, but inside I wanted to fucking tell those guys to fuck off instantly.
That
You
that
know?
show
I
that
don't
show
give a
we
fuck where
we
the
were,
fuck.
we were the opening band. We were
Yeah,
supposed to get there, I think, at 5 o'clock and do a sound check at 6, right? Or 6:30 because they started at 7. Um, they got there at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and from 2 o'clock in the afternoon to 7 o'clock, right before we went on, they were doing the sound check and setting up everything up. They had taken up all the space on the stage with their gear, and we literally had to play on the floor. We weren't even allowed on the stage to play because of these guys.
yeah. Plus our set list got cut from like fucking 30 minutes to 20 minutes, and then
Yeah,
what? 20
because they
minutes.
were taking up they take up a lot of time. So this is the reason why we're not mentioning the band name, because we don't want to give them any publicity, good or bad.
Yeah. But again, if you ask me privately, I'll gladly tell you what the fuck. I'm gonna say fuck them too.
Got it. Well, you were defending your own, so I get it.
Exactly. So anyway, so after that, that's when Armando says to me he wants to um revisit Wretched Dominion or whatever. And I just kind of took a second to think about it. I was like, you know what, fuck it, why not? Let's do it. We're back, we're doing this shit, and you're here full time. Let's fucking give it a shot. See how it goes.
And Meredith was there too, man, Steve. So it
That's
was like,
right. I remember, yeah, Zeroloth, our old guitar player, was there too. I remember he came in, he was in a pretty bad mood. He was in a bad mood because he wanted to fucking play, man. Like he saw us performing and then he himself wanted to perform. And he's like, when you're a musician, man, you get held back from not being able to play. It fucking eats at you, man.
Mm-hmm.
So
he's
You have that itch. You want to scratch. You want to get out there and do your
he
thing.
came out. He came out and told me, man, look, I'm here, I'm ready to go, and nobody wants to play. I'm like, and nobody wants to do anything. And I'm like, Steve, you want to play in my band? That's exactly how it went,
So let's bring it back to the question.
Sorry, Ed's turn.
right. So yeah, so
That's
pretty
it.
much.
Okay. So Armando, tell us
Sorry,
about
sorry, Ed.
It's fine.
some of the bands that you were in before starting Wretched Dominion.
No, man. So like Ed said, there was no social media back then. There was no, we didn't have cell phones, nothing like that.
You had pen pals.
The only advantage I had over Ed is I lived within walking distance of the village, and the village was the village back then. You know what I'm saying? So we had, I knew about different things, just by walking down over there. However, I didn't know what I was getting into, right? Basically. I met a guy named Rick, awesome dude, right? And he says, so you want to be in a metal band? I'm like, yeah, at that time, like Ed said, Aerosmith was cool. Metallica was awesome. And I was 100% sure it did not get any heavier than Slayer.
Mm-hmm.
I knew nothing about death metal, black metal, grindcore. I knew nothing of it. And then Rick says, oh, check these guys out. Check those guys out. I'm like, holy crap. This is, a lot of good stuff out there, But I always gravitate more towards the classic metal stuff, So I started a band with Rick and a guy named Paul, right? We used to play in his garage. We had another guitar player named Joyce, okay, who was like the only person who actually had any kind of musical talent at the time. So she left within like 2 months,
Right.
So it was me, Rick, and Paul, and Rick was a good drummer too. But at the time, Joyce was like way past what we were doing. I just knew how to do a power chord and maybe a major scale. That was it. So we eventually started calling ourselves Heathen Faith. We had to drop Paul because Paul was the only one that wasn't, he wasn't musically inclined. I guess if you want to say it that way.
Right.
Great guy, loved the dude, but he wasn't. He couldn't hang with the band. Right. So it was me and Rick for a while, and then through Rick, I met another guy, Tim, who was a keyboardist and a singer. So I said, okay, let's work with this guy, and it was we were Heathen Faith at the time. blah blah blah. Stuff happens. We that stopped being a band. Heathen Faith. A couple of years later, I got back in touch with Rick, and we started a band called Malfader. We had another guitar player named Melissa, and we were doing some stuff. We wrote a song. Ed helped us. Ed recorded it for us, and it was that we actually had a nice little demo, right? And then, but what happened with that band is I was coming up with riffs, and the other guys didn't like the riffs I was coming up with. So I said, okay, well, I'll just hold this song to the side. Maybe I'll do something with it later down the line. And we couldn't find anybody else. So it was just me, Melissa on guitar, and Rick on drums. And at this time, I wasn't a singer. I didn't want to be a singer. So we just kind of fizzled out and faded. They went their way, I went my way. At that time is when I met you, Raven, and you were doing the Nevermore shows at the point.
Mm-hmm.
And you needed a band, so I called up Ed because I knew he did Brain Dead.
Right.
At that show is when we started talking about Wretched Dominion, and he says that he's looking to do something different from Brain Dead. So I said, well, I got this thing I'm working on called Wretched Dominion. And he's like, well, why don't you come to my house and show me what you got? So I went over and showed him the riffs I played. And like he said, we wrote all 9-10 songs, Ed?
Yep.
We wrote them all in a month.
That's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, using Guitar Pro, I would play this, so I would play the riff, and he would copy down what I was playing, and we would just like go back and forth, and it was the fastest I've ever worked with anybody. The one song we did with Malfader took me like months, to get that one song done. But this in 1 month we did 8, so it was 8 or 9 or whatever it was. So yeah, it was amazing. Right? One time I went over to Ed's house to write some stuff, and Jay was there from Torture Existence, and we started talking. And he says, "Well, I'm looking for a bass player." Like, well, I play bass, so why don't we just do this? Maybe me, you and Ed on guitar, me on bass, and we'll find a drummer and a singer for Wretched Dominion. And then it'd be Ed on drums and me on bass and you on guitar for Torture. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's my thinking. So he's like, yeah, let's try it out. And that's at that time I put Wretched on the side because Torture Resistance was already doing stuff. We were out playing shows. We were out doing this, doing that. But like I said, I had a family emergency. I had to leave Florida to New York, and I was in Florida with my mother for a couple of years. When I came back, like I said, I was back and I went to Torture Distance again, and like you said at that show, the Warbringer show. I watched this band, like, this is like a not the Warbringer, the other band that we're not mentioning. I really do like the sound. I really do like the music. I'm like, this is like old school metal, man. I wish Wretched was here opening for these guys. I'm like, that's why I went to Ed and like, Ed, I want to do Wretched again. I want to get Wretched started. He's like, let's go do it then, man. And that's when Steve, after telling Ed I wanted to do that, I went outside to go talk to Steve Zarlith. And he's getting mad because nobody wants to be in the band with him. He can't find a band. And not that nobody wants to be in the band with him. That's the wrong words. The words is that he wants to play, but he doesn't know anybody that wants to do anything. Right. That's it's not that nobody wants to play with this guy.
Okay.
So I told him, you want to start? I'm starting a Wretched Dominion again. You want to be part of it? So yeah. So that's how that happened. And then it was me, Ed, and Steve Zarlith. And I keep on making that distinction because we do have another Steve in the band now. So Zarlith was on guitar, Ed was on drums, and I was somehow or another they said, Armando, you're singing. You know,
Didn't even
uh,
give you an option.
pretty
That was me.
much, pretty much. But you know what happened was, in the interim while I was in Florida, I found out I could sing.
I
I was
see.
doing, I did open mic nights with an acoustic guitar. I was doing some Led Zeppelin songs, and somebody told me, "Listen, man, you can sing. You just got to put more oomph into your voice." You know, so I did it one night, and everybody was like, loved it.
Right.
I did forget a band. There was a band called Inbrewed America that was in Jersey. I was with them for a little bit, you know, and we were just chilling out one day drinking, and they were listening to Iron Maiden's Aces High, and just out of I was just playing around, messing around. I wasn't being serious. I did a harmony sing on the chorus, and the singer of that band, he was walking towards the bathroom, and when I did that, Aces High, I can't do it now, but you know when I did then, he was like, "Who the hell is that?" You know, and everyone's like, "What's him?" They're like, "You can sing." You know, what was that? You know?
Right.
So that's pretty much how I found out I could sing. Um, people had to show me sing. So now, yeah, like Ed said, he didn't give me a choice. When it came to this band, he said, "You're singing."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
then little by little,
Fucking shut up and do it. That's it.
yeah, pretty much,
Give a shit.
pretty much. That's Ed's motto. Shut up and do it.
But yeah. Just make it happen. That's mine.
That's yours.
Yeah. So then now you guys got together and you started Wretched Dominion. You have a little history with it, but now you're really going full force with it. So what's going to be next for Wretched Dominion? Which, by the way, I'm sporting right here. I got your shirt. Yeah,
Me too.
I see.
Ed, you're not in uniform.
Today I'm in
But he got that. It's so cool.
That is acceptable.
Yes, that is. So
definitely coffee.
what's next for Wretched Dominion?
Well, unfortunately, like I said, Steve Zarlith, we had difference of opinions on stuff, and he decided to go his own way. So Ed is now on guitar. We have Ed, and we have this guy Jamie, who's amazing, on guitar. Jamie Ortiz. We have Steve Pro on drums, and we have Jess playing bass. And now we have a full lineup, and it's an amazing lineup. These guys are all great at what they do. Some of the best musicians I've worked with.
Yeah, the way the lineup came together was very, very, I guess, unique in its own way. And yeah, it just like even looking back in retrospect, I'm just surprised how everything just fell into place perfectly the way it should have. In my opinion.
I mean, it takes time, right? Because being in a band is like being in a marriage, and you have all these differences in opinion. You have different types of personalities, and you have to make it work, right? And so you have a lot of struggles before you even get there. You guys are fighting about every little thing, or loving each other one minute, fighting another, and it gets crazy, right? So you gotta kind of like, when it connects is good. You're able to do stuff.
You want to talk struggle, man? These songs written like we said in 2012, and we're just now getting them out. Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to know what's next?
Yep.
During the pandemic, the lockdowns and all this, we were practicing our asses off. We were working our asses off.
Yeah, there was no such thing as quarantine for us. We just kept going at it, man.
Yeah, you couldn't lock us down. We were still going at it.
Yeah, ironically, us three, I guess we all would be considered. What's the name that they used? Those important workers. I forgot what they call them.
Essential workers.
Yeah, that essential workers. So it's like, all right, cool. Our day jobs were essential workers. That doesn't mean we're gonna fucking stop afterwards because we're already out there exposed anyway. So fuck it, let's go do our shit. We use all that time to fucking go to the studio every fucking weekend, and just fucking, we were just living there, man, for like fucking I don't know, like 8 hours every time we went, and just went at all these fucking songs, man. And then when we got started again, obviously I went back to drums. I didn't want to do drums, but I was on drums, and Steve was on Sterolef was on guitar, and then I was able to build up my I was able to build up my drum skills in my own way without like any real direction. I mean, I got a couple of pointers from other professional drummers here and there, um, of what I should do and how I should like stick control and all that shit. But that's a whole different topic. But yeah, we were doing our shit there every fucking weekend, man, and eating a lot of Purple Pam's hot sauce with pizza, gaining some weight. Somehow we
Latinos.
lost weight, and then we gained weight again, and now we've lost weight again. Or one of us lost weight, and the other one packed a little extra. I'm not gonna point any names over there. And yeah, it's been going. So as far as what's next is, yeah, I know every day. But as far as what's next is, we're just trying to, I guess, finally get out there and play live. And it feels like we're finally doing what we got to do regarding that. It's kind of like that dark comedy, ironic kind of shit that while we were in quarantine is when we were doing so much because we weren't able to go out perform live or do anything. Like we just had to do shit at the studio, live stream our
We did all
rehearsals
that.
because we kind of took that as in okay, let's live stream. We can't play live, but at least we can perform for whoever's watching.
Yeah.
So that was like kind of a way of ourselves rehearsing. And there's like there's a few amount of people that watched our live streams, and we could say that those people are fucking awesome because they've been watching us from when we're scrapping or on a little dirt or whatever, putting everything together.
Mhm.
And some of those people witnessed us going from arguing like idiots in the studio to fucking getting on stage and performing in front of like you guys like Ripper Owens and shit. And this is all like maybe what was it, like a year and a half span, 2 year span or something. I can't even fucking remember. Time's like weird now.
Yeah.
And but yeah, it was just ironic that all this was going on while COVID was going on. We couldn't get out there and play live. And now that things are sort of getting back together, I don't know what the fuck's going on out there. Um, it's like now we're starting to play live. I mean, we came back like we were already prepared in our own way, even though we lost a bandmate, gained another, and the time we were able to record a whole EP. We recorded a demo, one song single actually. Um,
We was airless.
yeah, and we did that single just on a whim. I think what was it Armando again comes out with, "Hey, we should do this," and I was like, "All right, fuck it, let's do it." And we just did it.
Somebody somebody decided to play somebody wants to play one of our songs on their stream. Um but the only thing they had was us in the studio. And they played a clip where we had a couple of false starts, because this guy messed up or that guy messed up or he wasn't in the right whatever. I'm like, they're showing this to people. Like, I'm not. Look, we can suck. Sometimes we suck, but if you're gonna play us, don't play that we're gonna. So I said, I said let's record this song real quick. This way they can have something that they can play when they go out and if they want to play something.
These are those little gems that if you find them out there, please
Yeah.
show it to Armando to kind of see his reactions.
These videos I'm okay with. These videos I'm okay with. It's that the one from the point.
Like error-filled performances of crappiness, and to me, it just makes me laugh because it's so hilarious. But forget it.
I mean, but it shows that you're human. It shows everyone that you make mistakes before,
Listen, all these live streams from the studio, I'm okay with that. It's the one from the point that was like super bad.
Well, you were starting out. Listen, everyone who's great now have had bad times. They weren't always that great. Some of them really sucked when they first started.
My first show with Tortured Existence.
Oh,
I wish that was on tape. Raven, you were there. Ed, he's dying. He knows what I wish that one was on tape, man, because that was hilarious. Jay takes the guitar and he goes like this, and the whole damn amplifier fell.
Oh my God, this should all be put together into a whole video of bloopers. Yeah. But it makes you real. It makes you real. This is raw. You know what I mean?
We're real.
Someone in the future is going to make a movie called Wretched Dominion, which will be the nephew of Spinal Tap.
Oh
Yes.
my God, that's so good. You heard it right here on the Way to Famous. Yes. I love that idea.
The drum set was falling apart, and Armando was there with his broken arm.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I was in a
guitar string broke. Everything was a fucking mess, man, and we got to
for a second. So I did have a broken arm on the first show, so I had to sit with on stage. I had to sit with my leg. I had my arm on my leg, and the bass was here. And I had to use the other legs to move the bass back and forth through my hands so I could play it. And this is how I played the first Torture Resistance show.
It was more dark comedy right there.
But that is amazing, right? Because like I said, I mean, it gives people something to laugh about. It shows, you guys have a sense of humor, even though you couldn't control it. But, it happens. Shit happens, right?
That's right.
And that's all part. This is all the reality of being in the band and all the stuff that can happen. This is part of your trials and tribulations. So yeah, this is
I don't think it's ever gonna end. I mean, at this point, even the last show we just did, you got the microphone falling on Armando, and I'm like trying to be like, okay, well, this is part of the show.
All right. So for the last show, unfortunately, Jess, our bass player, had COVID, so she couldn't come. So we called up Dave again from Brain Dead to fill in.
He was cursing the whole night. Believe me,
yeah,
dynamite.
He only had one day to learn the whole set. And so we're on stage, we're getting everything set up, and he looks at me and says, I don't know the last two songs. Can you play them? I'm like, dude, I don't know I don't know the last two songs. I'm the singer. It's like, but he's like, but they're your songs. I'm like, all right, fine, I'll play them. So the last two songs come up, and I'm trying to put his bass on, but because he's a skinnier dude, and the strap kept on falling off, and I'm trying to set up the microphone, but the strap keeps on coming off. So I'm trying to fix the strap, but the microphone keeps on falling on me. And I think if Ed could have done it, he would have brought out the Benny Hill theme song at that point.
Oh yeah, I really wish that little segment was recorded, man, because it's like Armando's like falling apart. He's like next to me, like right here, and I got the microphone like right there because I do backup vocals. So I don't know why. I don't know. I have no idea. I still can't even figure out why. Even asking Armando, I can't even figure out why or what reason he tells me. We have a 2-minute solo, right? A 2-minute solo that me and Jamie do. That's part of the show, and in that whole 2 minutes, it's just guitars. That's it. Nothing else going on. I look to my left after that's done because we're supposed to go right into the next song. And Armando's just finally setting up the bass on himself and suddenly setting up the mic stand and everything. I was like thinking to myself, you had 2 minutes, man. 2 minutes to do all this while we're doing what were you doing? I have no idea what he was doing, but that's when he probably doing that.
You had one job.
So yeah, man. I mean, like I look to my left, he's falling apart, and I'm like, all right, well, somebody's got to talk to the people on watching us. So I'm like,
Ed ran back at damage control, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I tried talking
damage control.
I don't even remember half the shit I said, other than the fact that don't worry, this is part of the show.
It's all part of the act.
He's to him now. Now it's about me, and then at some point I'm like, okay, I don't know what else to say. I'm done.
Yeah. I mean, you could have just went off and started flirting with all the pretty ladies and stuff like that. You could have done that, work with you.
This is true. But the ones that I saw in the crowd were already taken. So it's like, fuck.
I see.
Or guys.
Oh. Oh my God. So then I do remember, well, it was about a month ago or so. I went to see you guys live because you guys went and opened up for the Three Tremors. You want to tell us about that?
And that was a dream come true for me. Um, like I said, growing up, we didn't have the internet. I didn't know that much about metal or hard rock or anything like that. And when I was around 15, 16 years old, um, Judas Priest put out the album with Tim Rowan's, as vocalist, and I didn't know that they had that. I didn't know anything about Rob Halford at that time. Sorry, didn't. All right. This guy was amazing to me, and he's been when I sing as a singer, I look up to him. He's one of my favorite singers. And he's one of the Three Tremors, and to open for them was like a dream come true. Like, holy crap, it was amazing. So it was a very awesome thing for me.
How did you even get that gig?
Ed.
Yeah, apparently, this is the weird thing, man. It's not even with just Armando either, because Jay is the same fucking thing too, man. Like, I remember Armando shows me the flyers before COVID, I think it was.
Yeah.
It was it was Three Tremors, and then he showed me this shit, and he was like, I don't remember exactly what the fuck he said. It was something like it'll be awesome playing this show or whatever. This was when Tortured was still active, and at the time, before that, um, the other show with Warbringer and the other fuck that band that we played with Tortured Existence. I remember seeing that show being promoted. This was maybe like 9 months in advance, and I saw this show and I screenshotted it. I sent it to Jay. I says, "Hey, you want to play this shit?" And he's like, "No fucking way, we can't do that shit." I'm like, "Why not? You want to do it or not?" So he's like, "All right, whatever. I got you." So I contacted, I contacted the promoter and everything, and got us on the bill and everything, and we did our deal, man. Sold our tickets, whatever. We went and played, and it was done. That around that time is when Armando showed me the Three Tremors thing, and he said the same shit. Like, it'd be awesome to play this shit, and I was like, yeah, it would, but I don't think it would make sense with Tortured or whatever. So after that is when Wretched Dominion restarted again, and then COVID happened, all that shit, and then I don't remember if Armando saw it again and he shared it with me, or if I saw it and I just did it. You tell me, Armando, what was it?
I don't remember. I think you saw it and sent it back to me.
Right. I mean, it may have been that. So, but I saw what they were playing.
After places started opening up after COVID, because the pre-COVID show got canceled.
Right, right. We were supposed to play with Flotsam and Jetsam, actually.
Yes, we were.
With Tortured, and then at that point, Torture went back on hold because Jay got stuck in Jersey, and a lot of shit going on with him with his job and having a baby and all that shit. So now he's kind of stuck for a minute, and so Rich is going to play the Flotsam and Jetsam show if it got rescheduled. But I haven't heard anything yet. I'm pretty sure if it does get rescheduled, we're going to get it right back on it anyway. But then somehow I saw the Three Tremors one, and I sent that to Romano. Says, "Hey, you want to do this?" He's like, looking at me with the what the fuck face, and he's like, "Yeah, man, let's fucking do it." All right, fuck it, whatever. I contacted the promoter again, made the little deal of what we got to do in order to get on that bill, and we just got on it like instantly, man. It's just like, you want to do this shit, we'll fucking do it. It's not a fucking, there's not a lot of rocket science to get it done. Obviously, don't piss nobody off. Don't fucking, screw anybody. Don't backstab nobody. You get your shit done, And so that was it. It was just mainly like, knowing who to contact, and obviously, you can just get any band and go up there and fucking play. But if you sound like shit, that's another thing, man. So once we get up there, we gotta do our shit. We gotta hold our own, fucking perform like we know what we're fucking doing.
Right.
And that was it. We went up there and we performed, and I believe we sold all our tickets, with the exception of like maybe four. And
Yes.
on a Wednesday night, we had a really good turnout, and it was just very much in our favor after that. That's what helped us get the next show. And then now we're at that point where we're probably going to get a little more offers coming up, especially once we start releasing, our EP and doing more promotions and stuff like that, which is, there's a lot of back end things that we take care of and we kind of look at in order to way, what's the word, promote ourselves one way or another. So, but that was it. It was just mainly I saw the flyer and it says, hey, let's get on this shit.
Yeah.
I showed Armando, says, yeah, let's do it. And
I said, fuck yeah, let's do it. And
Yeah,
I
I
said,
mean, that's a way to make it happen, right?
yeah, you see the top of the hill and you just fucking push the boulder down.
There you go. You got to put in the work. So tell us about the EP, when it's coming out, the name of it, all that good stuff.
all right. It's going to be called The Stand. All right. We finally got all the stuff ready and it's all done. We've been sitting on this for months now, but we're finally getting ready to release it. It's going to be released on February 18th, 2022. Yeah, and you're the first person to hear about this, so you got the scoop on this one.
Ooh, ooh. Nice. So now,
Wait.
oh,
This is kind of cool right here.
uh-oh.
So,
You got
I was,
the artwork.
not that too. I just got a show offer for St. Vitus on the 15th of March for Wretched. Just right
Just
now.
got an offer.
Yeah. So if you guys want to do it, well, we gotta ask the rest of the bandmates. That falls on a Tuesday. So depending on when this interview shows up and comes out, March 15th, we may be playing at St. Vitus.
Uh-huh. Look at
So
that.
And that's how it goes.
yeah, look at that. We just talk
That's how
about
you
it.
do.
We just talk about it and it just, it shows up. We did the fucking work of the fucking shows. Our second show, we did our work and then they fucking dug what they saw and that was cool, And I'm not saying that as like a big shot either. It's just I'm narrating what happened, how
Yeah.
things shit,
A
See,
big
so
thing.
my
Big
next
thing is Ed. He's a master at this. He's a master of talking to people.
yeah.
Getting to know people.
Yeah, he has the gift of gab.
The networking. The gift of gab.
But the thing is that there's not even a secret to it. It's just basically keeping your word and being straightforward. That's it.
Yeah. So then, with that being said, what would you say to young people out there that are trying to do what you're doing right now?
Well, hang on. Before we get there, did we finish answering the previous question about the EP? Because I feel like I cut you guys off with this offer.
I said the important stuff is that it's coming out on February 18th on Spotify, Apple Play, iTunes, wherever you get music at, it's going to be there.
Yeah, basically every streaming service going on out there, you can definitely find it, man. Everything out. I mean, I can't even fucking keep up with people listen to anymore. And I just found out that like, like even like with my other band, with Brain Dead, like we get stuff played in some Russian version of Spotify and all that shit, which I never heard of. It's called, I don't know what the fuck it's called out there, but
Spotify.
What?
Spotify.
There you go, Spotify. So anyway, yeah, I'm like, I hear shit coming out everywhere. So anyway, we're gonna be on like every streaming website, and thing like that. And of course, you can always find our stuff on Bandcamp. That's where we're gonna sell any tickets that we got for shows coming up. And we try to put a cherry on top of any tickets that we're selling. Here's some back end, details some people may know or may not know about Bandcamp is that like we sell something there, we got to pay a fee. Obviously, we got to pay like a small fee to Bandcamp, and if anybody pays through PayPal, there's a small fee for that. So, sometimes you get a ticket from there. A band may put it a little bit pricier, may sell it whatever. People just have the way they feel about whatever it is. For us, if we're gonna put up tickets there, we'll take the loss. We don't give a shit because we're only talking about $1 off, $2 off, whatever it is, plus the fees. So we're gonna get less than that, but we don't give a shit. You know what I mean? We're still gonna fucking play. We just want people to come. We want to make it easy for anybody to fucking come to our shows or come check us out or hang out with us or whatever it is. Especially if you enjoy us, or maybe you don't. Maybe you're not even into us and you just want a cheaper ticket to see somebody else on the bill we're playing with. Fuck it, whatever, cool.
And then we'll win you over.
Yeah, we'll win you over one way or another. I mean, hell, somehow you stumble on our page, right? So we did something right. But yeah, so just letting everybody know. Also, when we sold our tickets on Bandcamp, we always, I know we did this for the first show with Three Tremors, that we released one song from the upcoming EP with any ticket that was purchased. And I feel like this is something we should just continue doing. Like maybe you buy the ticket, you get the EP for free or something like that. I know I was doing that with Torch Existence and Brain, that if you buy a T-shirt, you get the album for free, or it comes as a bonus. So it's like, yeah, you can buy, you know, the the digital download for like $10 or whatever, but it's spend 15 or 20, you get the fucking album and you get the fucking T-shirt, or you get a ticket to a show that costs $25 plus the entire, you know, EP for free, and you can listen to it or whatever. The only difference is that I would say is Bandcamp is we're gonna be selling the songs. You buy it on Bandcamp, and you get some we got some bonus tracks up there listed. We got a bonus track of a cover song we did, and some instrumentals if anybody wants to do karaoke. If anybody thinks they can sing better than Armando, please do so. Then contact me later, and stuff like that.
I believe you people. You can do it.
Oh my goodness. So then now what would you say to someone that's young, up and coming, trying to do the same thing you guys are doing?
It's a lot of hard work, a lot of dedication, and sometimes the payoff is not worth it. Right? But it's a labor of love. If you love the music, you're gonna enjoy the final product, right? And it's that's sometimes that's what makes it worth it. You gotta love it. If you don't love it, don't do it. It's not gonna go well.
Mm-hmm.
For
So
me,
yeah, for you.
I would say anybody young is going to get into it. First of all, you got to just go in there understanding the fact that you're going to be pretty much broke a lot of times. A lot of fucking times you're going to be fucking broke. You're barely going to make money, especially if you're doing like metal, like underground metal or anything like that shit. You can rely on the fact that you're going to need a day job one way or another, because even if you go and get signed to a label or whatever, you can't forget that these labels are basically, lending you money, lending your band money, and that's the money you got to use to go on tour, eat, pay for buses, pay for road crew, pay for this and that, all this other bullshit, whatever. At the end of the day, you're probably left with maybe, um, I don't know, like maybe $2,000 a month to split between 4 or 5 bandmates. That's after all your expenses and all that shit. Plus, obviously, you got to remember taxes, because that happens too. So take 30% off of the entire $2,000, and that's what you got at the end of the fucking month. So you're basically working in McDonald's back when minimum wage was less, but on the road. You're still doing what you do and you're loving it, but you're still struggling and starving. This shit ain't for the fucking weak, I'll tell you that. Mentally, physically, emotionally, everything fucking falls into this shit that you gotta fucking, you gotta realize you're doing this shit because you fucking want to do it, not because you're trying to make a payoff or anything like that. I mean, yeah, it'd be nice to get some fucking, little things here and there or whatever. Or just like I was saying earlier, like maybe discounting $2 on a ticket is gonna fucking kill us. It's probably, for us, it's not, because kind of like you just gotta fucking plan out a way to do it. You know what I mean? For me, I'm not I'm not thinking that I'm gonna become a millionaire if I fucking sell a ticket at $2 more. Because to me, I'd rather you come enjoy the fucking show. I'd rather you come and fucking hang out with us, dig this fucking thing that we're doing, and maybe go home with a memory or two. Because I'm pretty sure the last show we did, there's several people out there that are gonna fucking go back home with the memory of that fucking singer couldn't even fucking get the mic up and fucking put that fell on him. Then the other guy was like talking shit about him on stage. You know what I mean? Those are those memories you can't fucking buy. That's the shit that just happens, and you experience that. And for me, like I got a lot of those fucking memories from all my bands from beginning back in '98 all the way till now.
From breaking into our own studio.
Yeah, yeah,
When we
when
broke into our
break
studio.
into our own studio, I remember that. Those are fucking memories that, like, if you hang out with us, we'll tell you a couple of fucking stupid, funny stories. And I'm sure there's a lot of bands out there that's got a lot of fucking good stories and stuff like that. And that's another thing that I realized. It's other than the fact that this is a struggle to make a living with. as long as you have fun doing this shit and you fucking love it, you're fucking great, man. You meet up with another band who's done this, longer. Like, I've been fortunate enough to become friends with other bands and other people who, toured around the United States, Canada, the world, whatever. And and one thing we always share is that there's similar stories between, a small band in the city or local band versus an international band. There's always those funny stories or the fucking road stories or whatever it is. And and then you got the guys that did it a long time ago in the 80s and the early 90s, and they got those stories, and then you just sit back and you listen to each other's stories and you hear, the funny stories of things that people have done in the past, and it's just fucking it kind of it's another way of bonding, you know what I mean? So anybody young, if you don't enjoy all this shit that I've been talking about, this ain't really for you in the long run. This is a fucking fad. And there's nothing wrong with that if you think this is something you can do for like maybe 2 years and then quit. Whatever. At least you tried it. But you know, uh, but if you're really thinking about that, you want to do this as a future, I don't recommend it.
Yeah.
It's not fucking easy at all for shit, and you got to really know how to manage your life, manage those around you, and all that shit. Uh,
Hey,
so for me, I've been doing this shit for about I don't know, 20 years already. I can't even fucking keep track anymore. It's 98, whenever that, how many fucking years that is.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think I'm gonna be stopping anytime soon because I have a lot of fun doing this shit.
Yeah.
Uh, so that's pretty much it. Anybody young, find a way to make sure your money's balanced out very fucking nicely and very well. Don't spend your money on bullshit. Don't snake anybody, because if you do, anybody's gonna you never know how people know each other. You fuck with the wrong person, then your whole career may as well just be fucking dead.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not
Mm-hmm.
saying you can't do it. I'm just saying we're just saying it's very difficult.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you gotta make
And
lifelong connections while you can.
coming from the berserker here, okay. Nothing wrong with getting getting a little whatever, right? But do not don't let uh watch how what do things in moderation, okay?
Mm.
That's a big one too.
So for my last question, tell us something nobody knows about you guys. One thing that nobody knows.
I smell my socks before I put them on.
Oh my God.
I could have spent the rest of my life not knowing that. Thank you.
Oh my Jesus. Okay.
Oh my god. I'm really 139 years old. These are just vampire genes. That's the secret nobody knows.
Got it. Got it.
Let's
You know what
see.
nobody knows?
You already went. We don't want to hear no more of your crazy secrets. Nobody wants.
Yeah.
Last thing I want to hear is you smell your underwear before we put them on too.
Oh God.
Let's see. I don't think I have anything that interesting. Nobody knows. Uh. All right. Well.
He's a
Something not as
very
crazy,
person.
but I do. I do still enjoy playing my old video games from back in the day, like the old school Nintendo or SNES stuff. And lately I've just been kind of getting into like a few more modern games, like some PS3 games actually, even though we're at the PS5 age now.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, that's it. Other than that, there's nothing really much more uh
Okay.
crazy I can share that I think
No,
the
that's fine. If that's something that
world.
nobody knows, and that's the gamers are like that. Comando, I don't know. Do I dare? I don't know. Maybe we'll just leave it at just smelling your socks.
Before I put them on, man, I just come on.
Okay, no.
Something that nobody knows about me. I'll be serious right now, right?
I thought you were already being serious about that.
I was, but
I
y'all
hope he
y'all
wasn't.
making jokes about it.
I hope he
Y'all
wasn't.
making me feel like I shouldn't do that now. Um,
I smell my socks before I put them on. Wait a minute, this one smells like I already put it on for 3 years.
Oh, Jesus.
the clean ones that come out the drawer. God damn it, I hate people.
Yeah, we don't know. We don't know. It's you. We don't know.
Exactly.
Something nobody knows about me. I'll just leave it at socks.
We'll leave it at the socks.
We'll leave it at socks.
We'll leave it
If
at
you don't know if you don't know it about me, it's probably better that way.
yeah.
I agree with that.
So thank you guys for being on the show. You guys already know, hit your girl up if you want to come on the
Wait,
show and talk about your stuff. Yes, Ed got one more thing to say.
Wait,
Uh-oh.
something that nobody really knows much about. I want Armando to tell his story about when the microphone uppercutted him.
Oh, God damn it, Ed.
Oh, this is a good one. Let's go. Yes. All right.
Microphone dragon punched the fuck out of him the other day.
No, that was in the studio. This happened right before the Three Tremors show, which I was so pissed about. Right? Ed and Jamie are over there. They're jamming, right? They're doing their thing, right? And I'm leaning with the microphone right here, right? I'm leaning on the mic, and they're doing their thing. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm gonna get in on this. I want to start singing. So I grab the mic and I go, wham! And the mic went all the way in.
Oh.
And
Oh no,
knocked the tooth right out. Right up my mouth.
Oh my God.
Right before the show. Right, like a week before the Three Tremors show.
Oh.
I just get a tooth knocked out my mouth.
And I already know that one of the first things that goes on in his fucking head is like, why in front of Ed? Why?
This is why you're making him tell the story on a show. His most embarrassing moment. I love it though. But yeah, did you have a heavy lisp?
Yes, I think I still do, actually. It's very hard for me to talk, like I gotta really move my mouth around differently now to talk.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't sound like this, This is a very stupid way of talking.
Oh my goodness. So you guys have anything else to say?
I like playing Defender.
Oh my God.
Good night.
We're gonna end it right there. We're gonna leave that one alone. Guys, thank you for coming on the show. I appreciate your time here. It was awesome and funny. And of course, don't forget to look out for Wretched Dominion. They're going to be releasing their stuff soon. Yes, Amandu.
The official Bronx metal, except no imitations.
I'm right.
Yeah, man. And you heard it here on the way to famous. Hit your girl up if you want to be on the show and tell your story. Until then, stay safe, stay humble, and as always, come do it with me, guys. Just lift up your arm and just go stay fabulous.
Yeah, whatever.
I don't think I have much.
All of that fabulous. Yes, thank you. You guys rock.